Oh.
We've seen Zygmunt make some very good folds. We've seen him make some incorrect folds. We've seen him make some incorrect calls. But he's had good reason for all of them. And whichever play he makes, he's going to have good reason for it. He knows he's in a very tough spot.
Oh, he called.
Yeah, king 8. Yeah.
Oh, the pain.
And he says, Tom, you had king 8, right? Not he can do there. You can't fault him for that call. Tom's definitely capable of making that bluff.
Oh, I feel for him. Oh, that hurts. And Durrrr. He's going to close this out with a big win, isn't he?
At the end of the session, that hurts so much.
So sick. Zygmunt wears his emotion on his sleeve, but as a high-stakes player, he's used to the ups and downs.
Actually, first time when I lost 1 million, I had hangover, and I almost even didn't see what I'm doing, and I pressed the buttons, and my money went to OMG Kleiken and Lars Lusat and Tom and those guys. Actually, I didn't feel bad right away when I lost, but like a day after, I felt totally bad. But whatever, I got grind mode, and I won it back like in 2 weeks or something. So when I go tilt, everybody want to play against me, and I really understand why, because I just push my money away, and that's too sick to speak at all. So, well, yeah, whatever.
The waning stages, and Durrrr's grabbed one, Phil, to sort of look like he's going to come out on top.
Yeah, he was stuck a little bit and pulled himself back into the lead. Obviously, was lucky to do so, but played his hand deceptively and ended up working out.
And at the highest level, I mean, these guys have played so well. It is sort of making those, I don't know, like from the movie, the wrong play at the right time, and that pays off later on.
Yep, you know, we can look at the cards and say that Zygmunt was wrong to call there, and we can look at the cards and say Tom was wrong to slow play earlier in the hand, but you never really know, and you can't just focus on the results of what cards each of them had and what decisions they made. These guys play so many hands together that you can't just worry about this specific spot.
And they have like last two hands, they say it's going to be. Just going to say they have like mini metronomes in their own head about the frequency they do certain things in certain spots, and it's wild how they balance that out.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think you could ask either of them, you know, the last 10 rivers, how many have you been bluffing and how many have you been value betting, but you kind of have a feel for it, and both of these guys have a really good feel for recent history and kind of the way that they've been playing over this session and over dozens or hundreds of sessions before this.
Check.
And Zygmunt now, his head hurts. Can't seem to blame him, just two hands.
Yeah, Zygmunt's been hard on himself for some of his plays that he really shouldn't be hard on himself for. He's just been on the losing end of some coolers and just tough situations. But at the same time, he's been lucky as well in some big pots, and they're just about even.
He's a real hard on his sleeve guy, Zygmunt, but what a match he's produced. And as apparent as Durrrr's skill has been on display here, Zygmunt too, right?
Absolutely. Before watching this, I had a lot of respect for Zygmunt in his game, and I actually respect him even more, having watched and seen all of his hands.
Cool.
Last pot, Zygmunt wanted to flip. He had to ask. That was obligatory, right?
Yeah, he did. Zygmunt is a player who will tilt and will look to gamble for as much money as possible. And him and lose a lot of money just going all in pre-flop on flips. And so here with 3 4s on the flop, any pair is a full house. 4's the nuts, any pair is a full house, and then ace-king high is next bet hand.
Right. So the 8 doesn't really play, and neither does the ace.
Correct. Neither of those really matter, and they both and Tom win with the 3 4s and ace-king high.
Just for those of you who thought you were following along in Omaha, another exercise in not reading the board. But he's going to take that pot. And I believe they're going to have a countdown, and that'll be the end of the match. And a well-fought match it was, really. Nearly a tie. What can you say from these stats?
Yeah, I mean, we see the pattern of Tom being more passive on early streets, but overall, a great played match. And the fact that they ended up so close to even doesn't really do justice to how hard-fought this match was.
I mean, that was some match, all the way down to the wire.
Yeah, I mean, the last, key pot there with the king-king-3 and the king-king-8. Ugh. Amazing hand, really, because it was all in Zygmunt's hands. Did he want to fold and guarantee a victory and throw away 100,000? It was just, what was more important to him, winning that pot or winning the match? And that pot, he still wanted to just make the right decision, which shows you the mindset of just how professional he was. And I also say congratulations to Tom. What a great comeback.
Yeah, I mean, there's no, title on the line here. They're not going to win an extra big bonus prize for being the winner at the end of the match. There is bragging rights, and, it matters to them. These two guys, they bump into each other from time to time. They meet online all the time. They definitely care about that side of it. But at the end of the day, it just comes down to, is this a good situation to make the call? Do I have my money in? They're not so much 60 grand one way or the other. They don't really care about that.
Yeah, it's nothing for six. I mean, at the end of the day, it was just kind of almost like it was just a great match, and they could have a rematch.
I think they could play again. They play all the time. They could play again on TV, and this was something that could have gone either way. And we saw some really, really high-class pot limit Omaha today. And I think people out there would have enjoyed seeing something different from two of the best players in the world.
And the greatness is, they both had to dig deep. They did dig deep, and maybe Dwan dug deeper.
I played last 5 hours very bad, and I made 6 bad calls last 30 minutes, and whatever. We played like 12, 14 hours, so I was a little bit tired, and yeah, but it was still a funny game.
It was a long day, and it was a tough game. Luckily, I got some hands at the right time and ended up winning, I believe, 68,000. So that was a good result considering how tired I was. And we called the match short because both Ilary and I just were dead tired.
I was very happy that I took part of this event, and it was one of the toughest matches ever what I have played, and yeah, it was very fun.
I enjoyed the way this tournament went down a lot. The only thing I didn't like about it was that there ended up being games online, so I was short on sleep, as you can see. But the tournament was very good, and I'm looking forward to the next time we play and hoping that there won't be games online that I need to play each night so I can have some much better rest. But yeah, it was a fun tourney, and I'm looking forward to the next time.
Cash poker has no start and no end. Money, not an object, but a means of keeping score. We know who the champions are, not only through victory and defeat, but by the strength they show just in taking part. And Tom Dwan, always willing to give another game. This has been the Full Tilt Poker Durrrr $1 Million Challenge.
Heads-up poker is definitely my favorite form of poker.
There's no better feeling than walking in with 150,000 and walking out with $500,000.
I can't believe I'm playing Tom Dwan.
You're so sick in the head.
No, we're talking Sammy talk.
I think it'd be an awesome, awesome game.
I'm sure your body looks nicer naked than mine.
All right.
Every time you play with a good player, you can learn something.
I'm so confused.
It's impossible.
Just win.
Now I can recognize it.
It's gonna be a long day of poker.
Of course, it's a lot of money, but it's more for me winning. It's not only money.
If I lose 500, I'm quitting.
That would be too sick.
I'm so tilted.
I just want to gamble.
I'm gonna win.